Good afternoon, everyone. Even though I can't see you, my name is Jorma Säteri. I come from Finland, from Helsinki, Metropolia University of Applied Sciences. Thanks, David, for the invitation. I seem to have missed my first slide. I'm going to talk about how digital twins can enhance the everyday life of people, and in our case, it's students, teachers, but of course, the facility management and the general management of our university. Some words about Metropolia. We are the largest university of applied sciences in Finland. We have approximately a bit over 25,000 people in our university community, students in degree programs, in continuing education, staff, exchange students, and approximately 1,000 staff members. And here are the areas. But let's go into the campuses. We are located in 4 different campuses in the Helsinki capital area. Some 10 years ago, we were in 22 or 23 locations. So there's been a huge development project related to our campuses. And during that process, we have built new campuses, built annexes to existing campuses, renovated old factory buildings, and rented campuses from Nokia Corporation. So we don't own any of these premises and have different kind of agreements with each one of them. Today I'm focusing on our Myllypuro campus in eastern Helsinki. The newest one completed 19, the first part, and the rest in the beginning of 2020. Campus for 7,000 students, approximately 500 staff members, and area of 44,000 meters squared. And this is the campus where we have applied digital twin technologies. We want this campus to be a living lab for our students and staff to see how data from buildings can be utilized. We want to have our students to innovate the use of the data, and at the same time, we want to make this data available to help their everyday life and also to be used in teaching. And I will now show you some examples on how we have worked on that. About digital twins, I assume the concept is familiar to most of you, but it's a digital representation of the physical world, in our case, the campus that we have there in eastern Helsinki. And we have the data from the campus, we capture it and present it to different applications and different users. And this is the status of the digital twin that we have right now. That's on the, let's say, on the lowest level of digital twins, gathering data, visualizing it, and taking use of it. The next steps, maybe also in our project, but in digital twins in general, would be to use the data to predict the future, for example, to predict the energy use for today or next year, and then based on that to make changes in the system to optimize it based on the data. And of course, using artificial intelligence on the way will in the future make all this easier. But we are in the first steps, but nevertheless able to show many of the possibilities of the data, utilizing the data within the buildings. So buildings are source for a lot of data. There are the indoor environmental conditions, which are very important. Then, of course, everything related to energy and the environment, everything related to the use of the building, the agreements, traffic, parking, and all the details of the building services systems, the pumps and fans and valves and everything. Data is available from all of these activities and systems. And it has always been, but it hasn't been used effectively. For example, building automation, building management systems have existed and are very good sources of data, but for some reason, the facility management, the managers or the maintenance managers have not been able to take the full benefits out of those systems. Maybe they are a little bit too complicated for them. Maybe they will need tools, ways of analyzing the data and optimizing the building and its performance based on the data. In our case, in the campus, we have now data on the humidity, lighting, carbon dioxide, temperature, energy use, water use, the usage of the classrooms and the staff working areas, the work desks. We don't have, no one in our university has their own room either, not even a desk. Everyone picks a free desk in the morning when they come, the staff members. And we have connected the building automation system and all the data from there to these digital twins. We can even show people if there's a parking space available before they start their way to job in the morning. Of course, there is some technology behind all of this, and this is what we have worked with now for the last 3-4 years. Actually, since the beginning of this campus project, which was 6-7 years ago, we have been involved in the process and had our say in, for example, regarding some sensors that we already buried in the foundations and the concrete to follow how the moisture there develops. But also on the way to make sure that we have these connections that are needed. And this is very important to have the facility management involved in the construction, design and construction process from the very beginning. Otherwise, afterwards, it will be quite difficult to take over the building and optimize the use of it. We are working together with a Finnish consortium called Platform of Trust, which is a data interoperability or data integration service, a service that helps bring in data from different data sources, but have APIs, programming interfaces that are common and open to all providers of analytical services or visualization services or whatever is needed. For the visualization, we have now this tool, which is a commercial tool from Haltian company in Finland, Empathy Building, it's called, just to show the possibilities. In principle, when the data is available, the system is open to any analysis or tool or service. We have also connected our resource planning system, where we have all the schedules for the teachers and students. They have also been connected there. So some examples how we then use this system. Here on the left, you can see the visualization. This environment is available to everyone who has a Metropolia domain in their email, so that's around 25,000 people. From their mobile phones, they can check all the information that I now show you. It's also on displays in the lobbies. So, for example, they can check where there is a free classroom, or they can dig into the HVAC laboratory. Take a look in a 3D visualization, which we have made using Matterport technology, and embedded links there to tell us about the different equipment that we have there. We have used this tool, for example, during COVID for orientation of new students. They use these tools to go through the campus, see what's in there, what kind of systems there are there, rather because they were not able to come to the campus at the time. Then we can go a little bit deeper. We have here air handling unit, ventilation unit, that we have animated in 3D, and there we can show the operation principles, some of the theory in air conditioning. And the next step will be that we will connect the actual data from the sensors in that air handling unit to a games platform and show it in real time. So in principle, students will be able to do their laboratory exercises online, just checking the data that's flowing in that system and measuring it and reporting. We are building similar virtual laboratories for heating, heat pumps. We have a smart lab, smart home automation environment that we are also going to connect here. Then all the users can use this system for navigation, find their classroom, meeting room, find the canteen, or staff can find a vacant desk where to go working. They can even check the temperature of the area of the desk. If they prefer a little bit cooler, they can go to the other end of the campus. The other end may be a little bit warmer, so they can pick the temperature of their preference from the app. And see which ones are available, which meeting rooms are occupied. You can also see it quite often in classrooms and meeting rooms that they have been booked, but no one is in them, so that can be checked from the system. And you can show your colleagues where you are. Down there, I've logged in myself to that red desk down there, so if someone wanted to see where I am in this 44,000 square meter campus, so that's where I am. That's voluntary, obviously. I already mentioned parking. We have a parking garage for staff members. That can also be checked from home. And then we built a small machine learning algorithm to also give a forecast of what's the situation going to be an hour from now based on earlier bookings. In the facility management side, everyone can leave a service ticket there. It's too hot in this classroom, or the projector is not working. Just click the classroom and give a note to the help desk. And for the facility management, it's quite obvious that all this data can help them analyzing the utilization of rooms. In the previous presentation, we heard about the importance of finding out where there is extra space available. The same for our facility management team, who's under constant economic pressure to try to rent out the spaces that we are not using. And they can check whether the IAQ parameters are okay. See difference right below. There are part of classrooms. The orange ones are about 25 degrees. The green ones are around 22, 23, which is the optimum for our weather. And based on that, have then maintenance repair the situation. The technology behind, I won't go too much into detail there, but this one is important, the integration of data, the validation of data, for example, from the temperature sensors, the harmonizing so that other applications can access the data. So this is done by this platform of trust consortium. For building these digital twins, the design documentation, the floor plans need to be transformed into 3D models, and there's a tool for that one as well available. And then this visualization system that I showed, that's a commercial tool by Halti and Company, and it's quite commonly used in office buildings in Finland and also in Sweden. But we are among the first ones to use that also in campus settings. So this is an example how we have used the data and visualized and showed the data in our campus building. And I think everyone will benefit from this. The students, well, in their everyday life, but most importantly, so that they see what's possible with the data, to do with the data, and they can innovate new use for the data. Teachers, we are under pressure to bring or offer more and more of our teaching over the internet. So we will need these virtual laboratory exercises. Also, our large groups of students, 100 students in each program, starting every year, means that not everyone is able to access the laboratory. So virtual technologies help there as well. Program managers for our degree programs have more options using this. Of course, the facility managers and even the building owner will benefit if the tenants are happy and can run the building in an cost-efficient manner. Thank you. Thank you to our team in the F&Go's Digi project, David, Sergio Vega, Gus Homan from Stuttgart. We worked on this together, and this presentation, you already saw parts of it in Sergio's presentation in the morning. I gave that as an example in the student session that we had in the project as well. So, thank you.